Hi and welcome to my devlog regards to Phish. I came up with the idea from an old game that I made back when I was 15. I think it was 15 or 16. It was called Fish. Now the idea was very simple. You start small fish, you eat fish to make yourself larger until you can eat pretty much all the fish in the tank. However, the way that this differed is I wanted to add a bit of a spin on that idea. Certainly with a lot more experience that I've got now. I'm nearly 40. So I decided to add some sort of risk and reward features. For example, I started by creating the main static movement, which is just done by changing the X and the Y coordinates. However, the way that differs from your standard sort of movement is that in order to go up, you need to hold the A button. The upwards trajectory would be slower the bigger you are as a fish. But the downward, which is just done purely by leaving go of the button because it automatically falls downwards. The idea was you would fall down quicker if you was bigger. So that there is plus points to being small and large. So on top of that, also added some extra pieces to it, such as if you're a fatter fish, you can obviously eat more of the normal fish. But on top of that, you also hold up to three fish skeletons basically, so that you absorb them. And then you can shoot them out back at enemies. But each time you shoot a fish skeleton back out, you get smaller. And when you're larger, each fish that you eat gives you a higher multiplier. So there's a lot of strategy to it. And there's always going to be fish you can't eat, such as the jellyfish. And obviously later on there's things like asteroids and things like that with you being in space. Initially it wasn't going to be in space. But I just thought it needed a little bit of a USP. And then suddenly I just put a black background on and went, yeah, space definitely fits it better. So hence it went from being fish food, which is originally what it was called, to space fish. So the voiceovers and things like that, they was done by myself. The sounds when you start getting the ×2s and ×3s, things like that, they was actually done. I just did my own voice into Audacity and then changed it so it sounded more robotic, trying to give a bit of a sort of Jeff Minter, Tempest kind of feel to it, with things like the scores coming into the screen, things like that. The high scores was just a simple string, which is also taking information from a global value, which is basically just the best score. The best score then gets saved, so it means that whenever you turn it off, it's only via an INI, not an array, but it means that when you put it back on, you can carry on where you left off. I think it's a really fun score attack game. My 13-year-old son really enjoys it, so that makes me happy. I hope you guys will enjoy it as well. I'm really excited to see the feedback. I think that's pretty much everything I cover off really on this. I hope you enjoy Phish. Cheers, bye.